You stand at the threshold of limitless potential. All that you desire, health, wealth, love, or peace, is already within your grasp, waiting to be claimed. The power to transform your life is not hidden in complex rituals or faraway places. It lies in the simplicity of 4 words: it is already done. These words are not mere phrases, they are commands issued to the universe. They declare with authority that what you seek is not in the distant future but exists here and now. When you say, "It is already done," you step into the role of the creator, the architect of your destiny. Consider the power of belief. When you declare these words with unwavering faith, you set unseen forces into motion. Life begins to rearrange itself to mirror your conviction. You may not see the changes immediately, but trust that they are unfolding beneath the surface, like seeds breaking through the soil. Yet it is not enough to utter these words, they must be spoken with feeling. Feel the relief, the joy, the gratitude of already having what you desire. Let the emotions wash over you as if your wish were already fulfilled. This feeling is the catalyst that bridges the gap between imagination and reality. Doubt may try to creep in, whispering lies of limitation. Silence it. Speak these words again with confidence: it is already done. Do not argue with appearances, for they are but shadows of past thoughts. Your new reality begins the moment you claim it. Simplicity is your ally. Do not complicate the process. 4 words spoken with belief, emotion, and focus can redirect the course of your life. Say them often. Say them loudly. Say them as if your entire existence depends on it, for it does. And as you walk in this newfound awareness, you will witness miracles. Doors will open where there were walls. Opportunities will find you. The impossible will bow to your unwavering declaration. The universe is listening, always eager to deliver. Your task is simple: believe, feel, and speak these words with authority. It is already done. Now watch your life transform. Your spoken words are not just fleeting vibrations that dissolve into the air, they are profound creative forces, shaping the very reality you inhabit. Every word you utter carries energy and intention and a command to the universe. It is through words that we give form to the formless, translating thoughts and feelings into tangible outcomes. To speak, therefore, is to create, and to create unconsciously is to surrender the architect's pen to randomness or chaos. It is imperative to understand this truth. Your words are not passive, they are active participants in the manifestation of your life. Consider for a moment the simplicity of this concept. When you declare something, you are sending a ripple through the fabric of existence. Say to yourself, "I am prosperous." And you are setting into motion forces that begin to align circumstances, people, and events to bring prosperity into your experience. Say the opposite, "I never have enough," and you summon lack and limitation with equal efficiency. The universe does not interpret your words as wishes or suggestions, it takes them as commands. To speak carelessly, then, is to risk creating a life of unintended outcomes. Think about the stories we tell ourselves and others every day. "I'm so unlucky, nothing ever works out for me, I'll never be successful." These statements may seem harmless in the moment, but they are powerful declarations of belief. When repeated often enough, they become self-fulfilling prophecies. The world you see around you is not separate from the words you have spoken over time. Words are seeds, and the reality you experience is the harvest. Speak of abundance, and abundance follows. Speak of despair, and despair appears. But it is not just the words themselves, it is the intention and emotion behind them that amplify their power. Words spoken with conviction carry a weight that idle chatter does not. Imagine the difference between saying, "I might achieve my dream someday," and declaring with confidence, "I am living my dream." The first is weak and uncertain, while the second is a bold affirmation of a desired reality. The feeling behind your words acts as the fuel that propels them into manifestation. Without feeling, words are hollow. With feeling, they become unstoppable forces of creation. This is why it is so critical to speak consciously. Words spoken in anger, frustration, or fear have the potential to cause harm not just to others but to yourself. Every time you declare something negative, you are reinforcing a belief system that limits your growth and potential. When you say, "I can't do this," you are not merely stating a fact, you are building a barrier within your mind. But when you choose words like "I am capable even in the face of doubt," you begin to dismantle those barriers and create new pathways for success. It is not always easy to monitor your words, especially when emotions run high. However, this is where the practice of awareness becomes essential. Before speaking, pause and ask yourself, does this statement align with the reality I wish to create? If the answer is no, choose differently. Replace "I hate my life" with "I am transforming my life." Replace "I'm always alone" with "I am discovering meaningful connections in every moment." You have the power to rewrite your narrative. Some may argue that words alone are not enough. That action is what truly creates change. While it is true that action plays a role, words are the foundation. They set the tone, the intention, and the direction of your actions. Speak words of determination, and your actions will reflect that determination. Speak words of defeat, and your actions will falter. The two are intertwined, but it is words that initiate the process. Your words are a mirror of your inner world. They reveal what you believe about yourself, others, and life itself. If you wish to change your outer circumstances, begin by changing the way you speak. Speak with purpose. Speak with love. Speak with the unwavering belief that you are the creator of your reality. And as you do, watch as the world reshapes itself to reflect the power of your words. Every word you speak carries an inherent belief, a silent agreement between your inner world and the reality you experience. Words are not empty, they are vessels filled with meaning, intention, and energy. When spoken with conviction, they act as powerful summoning tools, drawing into existence the very essence of what they express. To truly understand this is to recognize the profound influence your beliefs have over your life and the role your words play in shaping that influence. Belief is the silent architect behind every spoken word. When you say "I can," it is not merely a statement, it is an outward reflection of an inner certainty. That certainty triggers a cascade of unseen forces, aligning circumstances and opportunities with the conviction you have expressed. Conversely, when you utter "I can't," it is not just an idle complaint. It is a proclamation that you believe in limitation, and by speaking it, you give power to the very barriers you fear. The world does not judge your words as right or wrong, it simply reflects the belief they carry. This is why conviction is so vital. Words spoken without belief are weak, like seeds scattered on rocky ground, unlikely to take root. But when infused with faith, words become potent declarations of reality. Imagine the difference between timidly whispering, "I hope I'll succeed," and boldly stating, "I know I will succeed." The first is a wish, ungrounded and uncertain, while the second is a command that leaves no room for doubt. That command, spoken with conviction, sets in motion the forces necessary to fulfill it. To speak something with belief is to embody it fully even before it manifests in the physical world. This is not about ignoring reality, it is about recognizing that reality is malleable and shaped by your beliefs. When you say, "I am wealthy," even if your bank account suggests otherwise, you are not lying to yourself. You are affirming a truth that exists on a deeper level, one that has the power to override temporary appearances. The belief behind your words acts as a bridge between the unseen and the seen, pulling the desired reality into your experience. Belief does not always come easily. It requires practice and persistence. Many people have been conditioned to doubt themselves, to speak words of fear, lack, or insecurity without even realizing it. These patterns of speech are a reflection of long-held beliefs, often adopted unconsciously. Changing them requires a conscious effort to align your words with the reality you wish to create. Start by listening to yourself. Pay attention to the words you use daily. Are they rooted in fear or faith? Are they building up your life or tearing it down? When you catch yourself speaking words that do not align with your desired reality, pause and correct them. Replace "I'll never be able to do this" with "I am learning and growing every day." Replace "things never work out for me" with "everything is working out for my highest good." At first, these new statements may feel unfamiliar or even false. But as you repeat them with intention, they will begin to take root, transforming your belief system from within. Belief is not just about what you think, it is about what you feel. Words spoken with conviction carry an emotional charge, and it is this charge that gives them their power. When you declare something with enthusiasm, joy, or certainty, you are not just expressing an idea, you are transmitting energy. That energy interacts with the world around you, influencing people, events, and opportunities in ways you may not immediately see but will eventually experience. The doubt is the enemy of belief. It sneaks in through hesitation, fear, and conflicting thoughts, diluting the power of your words. To counteract doubt, you must cultivate unwavering faith in the truth of what you speak. This does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on the outcome you desire rather than the obstacles in your path. Speak as if what you seek is already yours, and let that belief guide your actions, thoughts, and emotions. The power of belief lies in its ability to create. Every word, when spoken with conviction, is a building block in the structure of your reality. Speak wisely, speak boldly, and most importantly, speak with belief. In doing so, you summon into existence the life you were meant to live. Words, in their simplest form, are symbols, mere arrangements of letters or sounds, yet their true power emerges when they are fueled by emotion. Words without feeling are like empty vessels. They may be heard, but they lack the vibrational energy needed to create impact. Conversely, when words are infused with genuine emotion, they transform into dynamic forces capable of reshaping reality. It is the emotion behind the word that gives it life, depth, and the power to influence both the inner and outer worlds. Imagine saying the phrase "one love you" without feeling. These words are little more than an obligation or a routine utterance. They fall flat, devoid of the resonance that true love brings. But when spoken with sincerity, passion, and tenderness, the same words carry a profound energy that can heal, uplift, and transform. It is not the phrase itself that carries the power, but the emotion that fills it. The listener doesn't just hear the words, they feel them. And it is that feeling that creates connection and meaning. The same principle applies to affirmations and declarations. Simply repeating "I am successful" without emotion is unlikely to yield any significant change. It is akin to planting seeds in barren soil. But when you say those words with conviction, excitement, and a deep sense of belief, you breathe life into them. The emotion you pour into your words acts as a magnet, drawing the circumstances and opportunities needed to manifest your affirmation into reality. Emotion is the fertile ground in which the seeds of your words can grow. Emotion not only amplifies the energy of your words, but also aligns them with the creative forces of the universe. When you speak with strong emotion, you generate a vibrational frequency that matches your desire. This alignment is crucial because it bridges the gap between intention and manifestation. For instance, saying "I am grateful" while feeling nothing is unlikely to evoke change. However, when you truly feel gratitude in your heart as you speak, you align yourself with abundance, attracting more reasons to feel grateful. Emotions serve as a bridge between thought and action. Words spoken with passion often inspire immediate action, both in yourself and others. Think of the rousing speeches that have moved crowds to action, or the heartfelt promises that have inspired individuals to change their lives. These words were not powerful simply because of their structure or choice of vocabulary, but because they were spoken with a raw, authentic emotional energy that ignited something in the listener. Emotion transforms words into a call to action, a force that propels dreams into reality. The emotional charge behind your words also influences how they are received by others. Consider how different the same message feels depending on the tone and emotion behind it. A softly spoken thank you conveys warmth and appreciation, while a detached thanks might leave the recipient feeling unacknowledged. The energy you transmit through your emotions becomes part of the message itself, shaping how it is interpreted and remembered. This is not to say that all emotions equally empower your words. Positive emotions like love, joy, and gratitude elevate your words, infusing them with a constructive, uplifting energy. On the other hand, words spoken in anger, fear, or bitterness carry a destructive energy that can harm both the speaker and the listener. This is why emotional awareness is crucial. Before speaking, pause and ask yourself, what emotion am I attaching to these words? Are they aligned with the outcome I desire to create? Practicing emotional alignment with your words requires mindfulness and intention. Begin by connecting to the feelings you wish to express or embody. If you are affirming abundance, take a moment to feel abundant. If you are declaring love, allow yourself to feel the depth of that emotion before you speak. The stronger the emotion, the more power your words will carry. Words are the vehicles through which your emotions travel. They are the expressions of your inner world, and the feelings you infuse into them determine the impact they will have on your life and the lives of others. Speak with love, speak with passion, and speak with the unwavering belief that your words, charged with emotion, have the power to create the reality you desire. When your words and emotions are in harmony, they become unstoppable forces of creation, shaping the world in ways you may never have thought possible. Focus is the foundation of creation, the lens through which your reality is shaped and brought to life. Whatever you consistently affirm becomes the centerpiece of your attention. And over time, this focus crystallizes into the circumstances and experiences that define your existence. Words play a crucial role in this process, serving as the tools that direct your focus. By the words you choose, you consciously or unconsciously determine where your energy flows. And where energy flows, creation follows. Consider the power of affirmation. When you repeatedly declare, "I am healthy," your words do more than describe a desired state. They direct your focus toward vitality, prompting you to notice and align with behaviors, thoughts, and opportunities that support well-being. Conversely, if you habitually affirm, "I am always tired," your focus gravitates toward exhaustion, reinforcing the very condition you wish to escape. Words are not passive expressions, they are active forces, shaping your perception and steering the course of your life. This relationship between words and focus reveals the profound truth that what you pay attention to expands. If you constantly affirm abundance, you train your mind to seek and recognize opportunities for wealth. If you affirm lack, you unwittingly focus on scarcity, magnifying it in your reality. Your focus is like a magnifying glass, amplifying whatever lies beneath its gaze. Words serve as the guide for that gaze, pointing it toward the areas of life that will flourish or falter based on your attention. This dynamic is not limited to affirmations. Everyday speech, too, has the power to direct your focus. Casual remarks like "life is hard" or "things never go my way" may seem harmless, but they reinforce a focus on struggle and misfortune. Over time, these repeated declarations condition your mind to expect and perceive hardship, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. The words you speak, no matter how small, contribute to the narrative you live by. They become the instructions you give to your subconscious mind, which then works tirelessly to manifest them. The beauty of focus lies in its flexibility. You can shift it at any moment by choosing new words, affirmations, and thoughts. If your current focus has led to undesirable outcomes, you hold the power to redirect it. Begin by becoming aware of the words you use most often. Are they aligned with the reality you wish to create? If not, replace them with statements that reflect your highest aspirations. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," affirm, "I am capable and deserving." Instead of lamenting, "Nothing ever changes," declare, "I am open to growth and transformation." This practice of deliberate focus requires consistency. Shifting your attention is not a one-time effort, but an ongoing commitment. Each time you affirm something positive, you are reinforcing a new focus, planting seeds that will eventually grow into tangible results. Even if the changes are not immediate, trust in the process. The universe responds to persistence. Just as water wears down stone over time, consistent focus carves a path for your desires to manifest. Words not only influence your internal focus but also have a ripple effect on the external world. When you speak positively, you create an energy that attracts people and situations aligned with your intentions. For instance, consistently affirming gratitude can draw more reasons to feel grateful, as the energy of appreciation naturally invites abundance. On the other hand, negative words can repel opportunities and strain relationships, as they emit an energy that feels heavy and unwelcoming. Your focus, directed by your words, acts as a beacon, signaling to the world what you are ready to receive. It is essential to understand that focus does not mean ignoring reality. It is not about pretending challenges do not exist, but rather choosing to direct your attention towards solutions and possibilities. By focusing on what you want rather than what you fear, you shift your energy from resistance to creation. Challenges lose their grip when you refuse to affirm them with your words. Instead, use your language to affirm resilience, creativity, and strength, allowing those qualities to rise to the forefront of your experience. Focus is your greatest creative tool, and words are the keys that unlock its potential. Choose your words wisely, for they determine the direction of your attention and ultimately the shape of your life. Speak with intention, affirm what you desire, and trust in the power of consistent focus to manifest your dreams. Where your words go, your energy flows, and where your energy flows, creation follows. With deliberate focus, you hold the power to craft a life that reflects the highest vision of who you are meant to be. Detachment from doubt is a fundamental principle in manifesting your desires. When you speak your desire as if it is already realized, you align your words with the energy of fulfillment. This alignment creates a vibrational frequency that attracts your desire into your reality. However, the moment doubt creeps in, it disrupts that frequency, causing delays and resistance. Doubt is the antithesis of faith. It questions the very possibility of what you seek, and in doing so, stalls its arrival. To detach from doubt, you must first understand its nature. Doubt stems from the logical mind, which often demands evidence before belief. It is rooted in fear, uncertainty, and past disappointments. When you allow doubt to dominate, you send conflicting signals to the universe. On one hand, you express your desire, but on the other, you question whether it will ever come to pass. This internal conflict weakens the power of your words and slows the process of manifestation. Speaking your desire as if it is already realized requires unwavering confidence. It is not enough to simply state, "I am successful" or "I am loved." These words must be infused with conviction, as if they are already a present reality. This is not about pretending or deceiving yourself. It is about embodying the feeling of having your desire. When you truly feel and believe in the fulfillment of your desire, you eliminate the space for doubt to exist. You speak with authority, knowing that what you have declared is already on its way to you. Doubt often arises from overthinking the how of manifestation. The logical mind wants to map out every step, to see clear evidence of progress before believing in the outcome. But manifestation does not operate through logic alone. It transcends the limitations of the physical world. Your role is not to figure out every detail, but to remain steadfast in your belief that it is done. By focusing on the end result and trusting the process, you free yourself from the need to control every step. This detachment allows the universe to work in ways beyond your comprehension. Detaching from doubt also means releasing attachment to the timing of your manifestation. Impatience is a subtle form of doubt. When you constantly check for signs or question why your desire has not yet materialized, you are essentially expressing disbelief. Trust that everything is unfolding in divine timing. The delay is not denial, it is preparation. Sometimes the universe needs to rearrange circumstances or align other factors to bring about your desire in the best possible way. Your only task is to remain faithful and unwavering in your belief. A practical way to detach from doubt is through visualization and affirmations. When you visualize your desire, immerse yourself in the feeling of already having it. See it, feel it, and experience it as though it is happening now. This practice reinforces your belief and strengthens the emotional connection to your words. Similarly, affirmations spoken with conviction can help silence doubt. Repeating statements like "it is done" or "I trust the process" can redirect your focus away from fear and toward faith. Another powerful tool is gratitude. When you express gratitude for your desire as if it is already realized, you shift your focus from lack to abundance. Gratitude creates a sense of completion and fulfillment, leaving no room for doubt. It is a declaration to the universe that you trust in its ability to provide. For example, instead of saying "I hope I will succeed," declare "I am grateful for my success." This shift in language not only affirms your belief, but also accelerates the manifestation process. Detachment from doubt requires mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings. The moment doubt arises, gently redirect your focus to your desired outcome. Do not resist doubt or fight against it. Resistance only strengthens it. Instead, acknowledge it and choose to reaffirm your belief. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, and doubt loses its grip on your mind. Detachment from doubt is an act of surrender. It is the recognition that your desires are already yours and that the universe is working tirelessly to bring them to you. Speak your desires with unwavering faith, embody the feeling of fulfillment, and trust the process. Let go of the need for evidence. Release the how and rest in the knowing that it is done. Doubt may knock at your door, but you have the power to choose faith over fear. In that choice lies the key to manifesting everything you desire. Simplicity is the hallmark of all profound creation. The most transformative experiences in life often emerge not from complexity, but from the clarity and power of the simplest truths. In a world that tends to glorify complication, it is easy to overlook the potential of what is straightforward. Yet the essence of true power lies in simplicity, and when you focus on it, you unlock the ability to revolutionize your existence with seemingly effortless grace. 4 simple words, when chosen with intention and clarity, can act as the catalyst for profound transformation, reshaping your life from the inside out. Creation begins with intention, and intention thrives in simplicity. When you distill your desires, dreams, or goals into their simplest form, you remove the noise of unnecessary details and doubts. Instead of being overwhelmed by the countless steps or potential obstacles, you are left with a singular, potent focus. This focused clarity directs your energy with precision, making your efforts exponentially more effective. For example, a statement like "I am at peace" carries a simplicity that transcends its brevity. It captures a state of being, a profound truth that can ripple through your entire life. It is not about the words themselves, but the energy and intention they carry. It allows you to bypass the critical and analytical mind, which often complicates the process of creation. The analytical mind is preoccupied with how and why, dissecting everything into smaller parts until the original desire is buried under layers of doubt and uncertainty. Simplicity, on the other hand, speaks directly to your subconscious mind, which operates in images, feelings, and core truths. 4 powerful words, such as "I am already enough," resonate deeply with the subconscious. They bypass the barriers of logic and embed themselves into your belief system, transforming how you perceive yourself and your possibilities. It enhances repetition, and repetition is the cornerstone of manifestation. The subconscious mind learns through repeated exposure, and simple statements are easier to integrate and affirm consistently. A complex affirmation filled with intricate details is less likely to be repeated with conviction. In contrast, a concise and straightforward declaration like "I have abundant wealth" is not only easier to remember, but also more likely to evoke the necessary emotion and belief. It is the consistency of these simple affirmations that rewires your mind, aligning your thoughts and actions with your desired reality. It also creates space for feeling, which is the true engine of creation. Words, no matter how eloquent, are empty without the emotions they evoke. A simple statement like "I am deeply loved" is powerful because it allows you to immerse yourself in the feeling of love. The less cluttered your words, the more room there is for your heart to engage, and it is the emotion behind the words that propels them into manifestation. Simplicity amplifies this emotional connection, turning your words into a potent force of creation. Another profound aspect of simplicity is that it transcends overthinking. Overthinking is the enemy of manifestation, as it introduces doubt, fear, and hesitation. When your focus is on a simple truth, there is less room for your mind to spiral into unnecessary complications. Simple statements, like "it is already mine," carry a sense of completion and certainty that extinguishes the tendency to overanalyze. These words become anchors, keeping you grounded in faith and alignment with your desired outcome. Simplicity also aligns with the universal laws of creation, which are inherently straightforward. The law of attraction, for instance, is not a convoluted process, but a simple exchange of energy. You attract what you vibrate. By simplifying your words and intentions, you align more seamlessly with these laws. Complexity often creates resistance, while simplicity fosters flow. The universe does not respond to chaos or confusion, it responds to clarity and certainty, both of which are hallmarks of simplicity. The power of simplicity lies in its ability to reveal the essence of what truly matters. When you strip away the unnecessary, you are left with the core of your intention, a truth so clear and undeniable that it transforms your thoughts, emotions, and actions. 4 words, chosen with purpose and spoken with conviction, can encapsulate a lifetime of aspirations. They can serve as a compass, guiding you toward the life you desire without distraction or detour. In the grand tapestry of creation, simplicity is the thread that binds everything together. It is not about saying more, but about saying what needs to be said with precision and heart. The most profound transformations arise when you embrace this truth and recognize the immense power in simplicity. Whether it is "I am fully capable" or "I trust the process," your words, when clear and intentional, hold the key to revolutionizing your existence. Through simplicity, you discover the effortless power to shape your reality and align with the infinite possibilities that life offers. In the journey of life and creation, simplicity proves to be the ultimate power. Words, when chosen with clarity and intention, become the architects of our reality. By understanding their influence, infusing them with belief and emotion, focusing them with unwavering conviction, and detaching from doubt, we unlock a profound ability to manifest our deepest desires. Simplicity doesn't dilute power, it amplifies it. 4 words, rooted in truth and spoken with faith, can revolutionize your existence and align you with the boundless possibilities of life. The most transformative moments often come not from grand gestures, but from the smallest, simplest shifts in thought and expression. Embrace the clarity of your words and let them carry you toward the life you envision. Thank you for allowing this message to resonate with you. May your words create worlds, and may your faith guide you to everything you desire. Wealth is not something you find, it is something you create. The journey to becoming super rich begins not with your bank account, but with your mind. Your thoughts, beliefs, and focus are the invisible forces that shape your reality. If you truly wish to transform your financial destiny, it is time to shift your focus inward. Start by recognizing the immense power of your imagination. The world outside is only a reflection of the world within. When you close your eyes and imagine yourself living in abundance, walking through a luxurious home, feeling the joy of financial freedom, or giving generously to others, you are planting the seeds of wealth in your subconscious mind. But here is the key: do not merely see it, feel it. Feel as though you are already super rich. Let the emotions of success and security flood your being. The universe responds not to empty wishes, but to the vibrational power of belief. Assume the identity of a wealthy person, and the world will rise to meet your vision. You must also learn to detach from the illusion of lack. The more you focus on what you do not have, the more you perpetuate scarcity in your life. Instead, cultivate a sense of gratitude. Be thankful for every small sign of abundance, for gratitude magnifies the good in your life and draws more of it to you. The path to riches does not require struggle or competition. It requires alignment. Quietly and persistently align your thoughts with the life you desire. Do not seek validation from others, for wealth creation is a deeply personal journey. Trust that the power within you is sufficient to manifest your dreams. So persist. The visible world may test your faith, but your persistence is the bridge between imagination and reality. Hold your vision unwaveringly, and what once seemed impossible will become inevitable. This is the secret to becoming super rich, not by chasing money, but by changing your focus. Wealth is not a destination, it is a state of mind. Shift your focus and watch as the riches you desire flow effortlessly into your life. Your external reality is a faithful reflection of your internal beliefs. This is not a poetic metaphor, but a fundamental truth of existence. Everything you see, experience, and possess in the physical world is a direct manifestation of the thoughts and assumptions you consistently entertain. If you desire wealth, it is not enough to chase after it in the external world. You must first cultivate the mindset of a wealthy person within. The mind is not just a tool for solving problems, it is the creative force behind every aspect of your life. It is the birthplace of all riches. To understand this, consider the law that governs reality. You can never rise above the limitations you impose upon yourself in your mind. A person who believes they are destined for financial struggle will unconsciously create circumstances to validate that belief. Even when opportunities for wealth appear, they may not recognize or seize them because their internal state does not align with abundance. Conversely, someone who deeply believes in their own prosperity will find that life consistently presents avenues for financial growth, often in unexpected ways. The difference lies not in external conditions, but in the inner conviction. Assuming the mindset of a wealthy person is not about arrogance or superficial posturing. It is about shifting your perception of yourself to align with the reality you wish to experience. This shift begins with self-awareness. Pay attention to the thoughts you habitually think about money. Do you see wealth as something attainable or something reserved for others? Do you associate money with freedom and possibility, or with stress and limitation? These beliefs shape your reality more than any external factor. Once you identify limiting beliefs, the work of transformation begins. Replace thoughts of lack with thoughts of abundance. This is not wishful thinking, it is the conscious reprogramming of your subconscious mind. Speak to yourself as though you are already wealthy. Use affirmations such as, "I am abundant, money flows to me effortlessly, and I am a magnet for prosperity." The repetition of these affirmations, especially when coupled with genuine emotion, begins to override old patterns of scarcity and replaces them with the vibration of wealth. But belief alone is not enough. To truly assume the mindset of a wealthy person, you must feel as though you already possess the wealth you desire. This feeling is the secret ingredient that activates the creative power of your mind. Visualize yourself living the life of abundance. See yourself in a beautiful home, traveling to places you've always dreamed of, or providing generously for others. Feel the emotions of joy, gratitude, and freedom as though these experiences are already yours. This alignment between thought and feeling creates a magnetic force that draws opportunities and resources into your life. This process requires patience and persistence. The world around you may not immediately reflect your internal transformation. In fact, it may even seem to resist it. But do not be discouraged. The mind, like a seed, needs time to grow and bear fruit. Trust in the process. Keep your focus on the life you are creating within, and do not allow temporary appearances to shake your belief. Remember, reality is not fixed, it is fluid, constantly responding to the dominant vibration you project. Another key to assuming the mindset of a wealthy person is to detach from the outcome. This does not mean you abandon your desires, but rather that you release the fear and desperation often tied to them. Desperation repels what you seek, while confidence and certainty attract it. Trust that the wealth you desire is already on its way, and live with the calm assurance that it will arrive at the perfect time. Surround yourself with influences that reinforce your new mindset. Read books, listen to speakers, and associate with people who embody the principles of abundance. The environment you immerse yourself in has a powerful impact on your thoughts and beliefs. Choose influences that uplift and inspire you to think expansively. Wealth begins in the mind because the mind is the source of all creation. When you assume the mindset of a wealthy person, thinking, feeling, and acting as though abundance is already yours, you unlock the unlimited potential within you. Your external world will then rearrange itself to match this new internal reality. Wealth is not something you pursue, it is something you attract by becoming its embodiment. Imagination holds a power so profound that it can reshape your reality and unlock a life of abundance. It is not a passive daydreaming or idle musing, but an active, deliberate act of creation. When you engage your imagination with focus and intent, you begin to design the blueprint for the life you wish to live. What you repeatedly see and feel in your mind becomes the foundation upon which your external experiences are built. This truth is the cornerstone of manifesting wealth, success, and fulfillment. Everything that exists in the physical world first began as a thought in someone's mind. Every invention, every skyscraper, every work of art was once an idea, a vision held and nurtured until it became reality. Your imagination is the same creative faculty. It is your ability to mentally construct the life you desire and bring it into being. This is not a trivial exercise, but the very essence of creation. To harness the power of focused imagination, you must begin with clarity. What is it that you truly desire? Be specific. Vague wishes lead to vague results. If it is wealth you seek, visualize the exact experiences, possessions, or freedoms that wealth represents to you. See yourself living in the home of your dreams, traveling to beautiful places, or experiencing the joy of financial security. Your imagination needs clear and vivid images to work with, as these images will form the blueprint for your reality. Once you have clarity, engage your senses in the act of imagination. See the details of your vision as though they are already real. Feel the textures, hear the sounds, and even smell the environment. The more vividly you can immerse yourself in this imagined reality, the more powerful the effect on your subconscious mind. Your subconscious does not distinguish between what is imagined and what is real. It accepts your mental images as truth and begins to align your external world to match them. Feeling is the key that activates this process. It is not enough to simply see your desires in your mind, you must feel the emotions associated with their fulfillment. Feel the joy, gratitude, and excitement as though you are already living the life you desire. These emotions elevate your vibration and align you with the frequency of abundance. The universe responds not to empty wishes but to the energy of conviction and belief. When you feel as though your desires are already yours, you send a powerful signal that draws them to you. Consistency is essential. The power of focused imagination lies in repetition. It is not a one-time act but a daily practice. Each time you engage in this mental rehearsal, you reinforce the blueprint of abundance within your subconscious mind. Over time, this repeated focus creates a momentum that begins to influence your thoughts, actions, and circumstances. Opportunities that align with your vision will start to appear, and you will find yourself drawn to decisions and actions that support its realization. Doubt and distraction are the enemies of focused imagination. The world around you may present conditions that seem to contradict your vision, but you must remain steadfast. Imagination requires faith, a belief in the unseen. Resist the temptation to dwell on negative thoughts or to focus on what is lacking. These distractions only dilute your creative power and keep you tethered to your current reality. Instead, return again and again to the vision in your mind, trusting that it is already taking shape. The act of imagining abundance is not about escaping reality but transforming it. It is about recognizing that you are the author of your story and the pen is in your hands. Through focused imagination, you rewrite the script of your life. You shift your attention away from limitations and direct it toward possibilities. This shift in focus is the key to unlocking the abundance that has always been within your reach. Imagination, when wielded with focus and intention, becomes the most powerful tool for manifesting wealth and success. It allows you to step into the reality of your desires before they appear in the physical world. By repeatedly seeing and feeling your vision as true, you create a magnetic force that draws it into existence. The power of imagination lies not in wishful thinking, but in its ability to transform your inner world, which is the foundation of all external change. Through imagination, you unlock the door to a life of limitless abundance. At its core is not merely the absence of wealth or material possessions, it is a state of mind rooted in the illusion of lack. This illusion is perpetuated by the constant focus on what is missing in one's life, whether it is money, opportunities, or resources. When you dwell on lack, you magnify it in your experience. The more you focus on what you do not have, the more you create circumstances that reinforce that perception. To break free from this cycle, you must detach from the illusion of lack and shift your focus to gratitude and the certainty of abundance. This shift is transformative, not just for your external circumstances, but for the very essence of how you experience life. The illusion of lack arises because of the tendency to measure one's worth or potential against external conditions. If your bank account is low, you might believe you are poor. If opportunity seems scarce, you might think you are unlucky. These judgments, however, are based on temporary appearances and not the deeper truth of your existence. The reality is that abundance is always present, waiting for you to align with it. What you focus on grows, and when your attention is fixed on lack, you inadvertently amplify it. The first step to detaching from the illusion of lack is to shift your focus to gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful force that alters your perspective and energy. When you focus on what you already have, no matter how small, you begin to see the world through a lens of abundance. Gratitude opens your eyes to the wealth that already surrounds you, whether it is the roof over your head, the food on your table, or the relationships in your life. These moments of appreciation are not trivial, they are the foundation upon which greater abundance is built. Gratitude also shifts your vibration. Instead of emitting the energy of lack, you radiate the energy of fulfillment and contentment. This shift is magnetic, it draws more things into your life to be grateful for. The universe responds to the frequency you project, and when you operate from a place of gratitude, you invite prosperity and opportunities that align with your positive outlook. This is not mere wishful thinking, but a practical application of the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. Another vital step in detaching from the illusion of lack is cultivating the certainty of abundance. This means adopting the belief that abundance is your natural state and that it is already yours, even if it is not yet visible in your external reality. Certainty is a powerful energy that overrides doubt and fear. It allows you to trust in the unfolding of your desires without succumbing to anxiety or impatience. When you hold the certainty of abundance, you act and think as though you are already prosperous, which aligns you with the very conditions you seek to create. Certainty is strengthened through visualization and affirmation. See yourself living the life of abundance you desire. Imagine the freedom, joy, and security that come with it. Feel the emotions of already having what you seek, and affirm your connection to infinite resources. Statements like "I am abundant, wealth flows to me effortlessly," and "I am always provided for" are not just words, they are declarations that reprogram your subconscious mind and align your energy with abundance. Letting go of the illusion of lack also requires detachment from appearances. External conditions may not immediately reflect your inner shift, but you must not let this discourage you. Understand that what you see in the present moment is the result of past thoughts and beliefs. By changing your focus now, you are setting the stage for a new reality to unfold. Detachment does not mean indifference, but rather trusting in the process and refusing to be swayed by temporary setbacks. Practice generosity, even in small ways. Giving from a place of abundance, no matter how modest, reinforces the truth that you have enough to share. Generosity breaks the cycle of scarcity thinking and creates a flow of energy that invites more into your life. When you give, you affirm that there is always more than enough, and this mindset attracts wealth and opportunities. Poverty is an illusion that dissolves when you shift your focus from lack to gratitude and certainty. By embracing the wealth that already exists in your life, visualizing the abundance you desire, and trusting in the unfolding of your path, you create the conditions for prosperity to manifest. The external world is a reflection of your inner state, and when you align with the energy of abundance, you break free from the illusion of lack and step into the infinite riches that are your birthright. True wealth is not found in chasing after it, nor is it a destination that exists outside of yourself. Instead, wealth begins within, in the state of mind and heart that feels as though your desires are already fulfilled. The secret to manifesting riches lies not in endless striving, but in embodying the feeling of already having received what you seek. When you cultivate this state of being, when you truly feel the freedom, joy, and confidence of being super rich, you set into motion powerful forces that align your external circumstances with your inner reality. The essence of creation lies in emotion. What you feel deeply and consistently becomes the blueprint for your life. If you feel lack, struggle, or desperation, you unconsciously reinforce those conditions. Conversely, when you feel abundant, grateful, and at peace, you attract experiences that mirror those emotions. This is not mere theory, it is a law of existence. The outer world reflects the inner state, and by embodying the feelings of wealth and prosperity, you draw those realities into your life. To feel as though wealth is already yours, you must first cultivate clarity about what wealth means to you. It is not just a number in your bank account, but an experience, a way of living, and a sense of freedom. What does being super rich feel like to you? Does it feel like the weight of worry lifting off your shoulders? Does it feel like waking up each morning with excitement and purpose? Perhaps it feels like the freedom to travel, to give generously, or to pursue your passions without limitation. Take time to define this feeling in vivid detail, for it is the foundation of your manifestation. Once you have a clear understanding of what wealth feels like, immerse yourself in that feeling as often as possible. Close your eyes and visualize yourself living your desired life. See yourself in your dream home, traveling to breathtaking destinations, or enjoying the freedom to spend your time as you choose. But more importantly, feel the emotions that come with these experiences. Feel the confidence of financial security, the joy of unlimited possibilities, and the peace that comes from knowing you are always provided for. These feelings are the essence of wealth, and by embodying them now, you align yourself with their physical manifestation. It is crucial to understand that this practice is not about pretending or fooling yourself. It is about stepping into the truth of your creative power. When you feel as though you already have what you desire, you are not denying your current reality, you are acknowledging a deeper reality, the reality of your potential and your ability to shape your life through focused intention and emotion. This process also requires releasing any resistance or doubt. The mind may try to convince you that you are deluding yourself, pointing to external circumstances as proof that you are not yet wealthy. But external circumstances are the result of past thoughts and feelings. They do not define your present or future potential. To feel as though wealth is already yours, you must trust in the unseen and have faith in the process. This faith is not blind, it is rooted in the understanding that the universe responds to the energy you emit, and that your feelings are the driving force behind creation. As you practice feeling wealthy, you will notice shifts not only in your external circumstances, but also in your behavior and mindset. You will begin to make decisions from a place of abundance rather than fear. Opportunities that align with your vision will appear, and you will feel drawn to take inspired action. This is the natural result of aligning with the energy of having rather than lacking. One of the most powerful aspects of this practice is its ability to transform your relationship with money. Instead of seeing money as something you must chase or hoard, you begin to see it as a natural and abundant resource that flows effortlessly into your life. You no longer cling to it out of fear, but use it freely and joyfully, knowing that there is always more where it came from. This shift in perspective not only attracts more wealth, but also allows you to experience it fully and without anxiety. The feeling as though wealth is already yours is about embodying the state of being that you desire. It is about stepping into the version of yourself that is confident, joyful, and free. This state of being is not something you achieve after wealth arrives, it is the very condition that invites wealth into your life. By aligning your emotions with the reality you wish to create, you unlock the door to abundance and allow your outer world to reflect the richness that already exists within you. The most profound changes in life often occur in silence. The law of assumption, a principle of manifestation, works not through loud declarations or public displays, but through the quiet, unwavering alignment of your inner world with the reality you desire. When you assume the feeling of already having what you seek and hold that assumption with conviction, the universe begins to rearrange itself to fulfill your vision. This process is subtle yet powerful, and its strength lies in its silence. Silence is not a void, it is a space of power and creation. It is within the stillness of your mind and heart that you plant the seeds of your desires. Broadcasting your dreams to the world may seem tempting, especially in a culture that values external validation. But sharing your intentions too widely can dilute their energy. Every time you seek approval or acknowledgement for your dreams, you risk introducing doubt or conflicting energies into your process. Silence safeguards your vision, allowing it to take root and grow without interference. The law of assumption begins with a simple yet profound shift in awareness. You must assume that what you desire is already yours. This is not about pretending or wishful thinking, it is about embodying the state of being that matches your desired reality. For example, if you seek financial abundance, assume the feelings of confidence, security, and freedom that come with having wealth. If you desire love, assume the feelings of joy, fulfillment, and connection that a loving relationship brings. By aligning your inner state with your desired outcome, you create a powerful resonance that draws that reality into your life. This process requires no external display. The work is internal, and it unfolds in the quiet moments when you close your eyes and imagine, when you affirm your belief in the unseen, and when you choose to feel as though your dreams have already come true. In silence, you bypass the noise of the world and connect directly with the infinite creative power within you. It is here, in the sanctuary of your inner world, that transformation begins. Silence also fosters focus. When you keep your dreams to yourself, you eliminate distractions and protect your energy. External opinions, no matter how well-meaning, can introduce doubt or confusion. Others may not share your vision or understand the depth of your conviction, and their skepticism can create unnecessary resistance. By keeping your intentions private, you maintain clarity and strengthen your belief in their inevitability. The law of assumption works in silence because it relies on the principle of faith. Faith is not loud, it does not seek validation or proof. It is a quiet knowing, a deep trust that what you have assumed as true will manifest in its own time and way. This faith is the foundation of your creative power, and it is nurtured in the absence of external noise. When you act as though your desire is already fulfilled, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. The universe responds not to your words or outward actions, but to the energy you radiate. Silence allows you to stay grounded in the present moment. The more you focus on your inner alignment, the less you are swayed by temporary appearances or setbacks. This detachment is crucial because the process of manifestation often involves a gestation period. During this time, the universe is working behind the scenes to bring your vision into reality. Doubt, impatience, or the need to explain your dreams to others can disrupt this process. Silence keeps you anchored in trust and patience. As your assumption begins to manifest outwardly, you will notice subtle shifts in your circumstances. Opportunities will arise, synchronicities will occur, and pathways will open. These changes are the natural result of your inner alignment. You do not need to force or chase them, they will flow to you effortlessly, like a river finding its way to the sea. The quieter you remain, the more attuned you become to these signs, and the easier it is to follow the guidance they provide. The law of assumption is not about convincing the world of your dreams, it is about convincing yourself. When you fully embody the state of your desire, the external world has no choice but to reflect it back to you. This process does not require fanfare or announcement, it thrives in the stillness of your belief and the quiet certainty of your heart. By working in silence, you allow the law of assumption to unfold naturally, bringing your desires into reality with grace and ease. Silence is your ally, your power, and the sacred space where dreams are born and fulfilled. Persistence is the cornerstone of manifestation. It is the unwavering commitment to your vision, the unshakable belief that what you desire is already yours, regardless of what your current reality may suggest. Riches, opportunities, and success are not drawn to fleeting wishes or half-hearted efforts. They are magnetized by a steadfast mind that refuses to waver. To persist is to claim your power as a creator and to trust the process, knowing that the reality you hold within will inevitably materialize in the world around you. Manifestation is not a linear journey. It often unfolds in ways that challenge your patience and test your faith. There will be moments when your external circumstances appear to contradict your vision, when doubts creep in, or when progress seems invisible. These are the moments that define your success, for it is during these times that persistence becomes your greatest ally. To persist does not mean forcing or controlling. It means maintaining your inner alignment with your desired outcome, even when the evidence is not yet visible. The law that governs creation responds not to fleeting desires, but to sustained focus and belief. When you persist in holding your vision, you send a clear and consistent signal to the universe. This signal is not only about what you want, but about who you are. By persisting, you affirm that you are the person who already has what you seek. This is the essence of manifestation, not seeking to acquire something outside yourself, but embodying the state of already having it. The universe does not resist this. It harmonizes with your assumption and orchestrates the circumstances necessary to bring it into your experience. Temporary appearances are just that, temporary. They are the remnants of your past thoughts and beliefs, and they hold no power over your present or future unless you give it to them. To persist is to see beyond these appearances and to remain anchored in your vision. When you encounter setbacks or delays, remind yourself that they are not failures but stepping stones. Each challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your faith and deepen your alignment with your desire. The key is not to let these temporary conditions deter you from your path. Persistence also requires patience. The gestation period for your desires varies depending on the clarity of your vision, the intensity of your belief, and the alignment of circumstances. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, your manifestations require time to unfold. Impatience can disrupt this process by introducing doubt or by causing you to shift your focus. Trust that everything is happening in its perfect time and way, even if you cannot yet see the results. Maintaining your vision in the face of contrary appearances also involves mastering your thoughts and emotions. Negative thoughts and feelings may arise, but they do not have to define your state of being. When doubts surface, acknowledge them without resistance, and then gently redirect your focus to your desired outcome. Visualization, affirmation, and gratitude are powerful tools that can help you stay aligned with your vision. By repeatedly immersing yourself in the feeling of already having what you desire, you reinforce your belief and strengthen your connection to your goal. One of the most powerful aspects of persistence is its ability to transform your identity. The longer you hold your vision, the more you become the person who naturally lives that reality. This shift in identity is crucial because it aligns your thoughts, actions, and energy with the life you seek to create. When you persist, you are not just waiting for something to happen, you are actively becoming the embodiment of your desire. This inner transformation is what allows your external world to change in response. Persistence is not about perfection, it is about consistency. You do not need to hold your vision flawlessly or never experience doubt. What matters is your ability to return to your belief time and time again. Each moment you choose faith over fear, hope over despair, and certainty over doubt, you strengthen your connection to your desired reality. Over time, this consistent focus creates momentum, and the energy of your belief becomes irresistible. As you persist, you will begin to notice shifts in your external world. Opportunities will arise, synchronicities will occur, and pathways will open. These signs are not coincidences, they are the universe responding to your persistence. Celebrate these moments as confirmations of your power and let them fuel your faith. The more you persist, the closer you come to the full manifestation of your vision. Persistence is an act of self-love and self-respect. It is a declaration that your dreams are worth the effort and that you are worthy of the life you desire. By refusing to waver in your belief, you honor the creative power within you and demonstrate your trust in the process of life. Riches, success, and fulfillment are not reserved for the lucky few. They are the natural result of a mind that persists in its vision. Hold your belief, no matter what, and watch as your persistence transforms your world. In conclusion, the journey to manifesting true wealth is not about chasing after riches, but aligning your inner world with the reality you desire. It begins with recognizing that wealth starts in the mind, where your beliefs and thoughts shape the reality you experience. By focusing your imagination on your desired outcome, detaching from the illusion of lack, and assuming the feeling of already having what you want, you set the stage for abundance to flow into your life. The law of assumption works in silence, and the power of persistence ensures that despite temporary setbacks or appearances, your vision will ultimately manifest. Wealth is not a distant goal to be reached, it is a state of mind to be embodied. Persistently hold your vision, trust the process, and know that the universe will conspire to bring your desires into reality. Thank you for your time and attention. May you step forward with unwavering belief, knowing that everything you desire is already on its way to you. Keep your focus, stay persistent, and watch as your dreams come to life. Thank you. In the stillness of the night, when all is quiet, there is a voice within you that whispers truth. This voice tells you who belongs in your life and who does not. It speaks not in anger, nor in resentment, but in calm assurance that your peace is priceless, and your journey too sacred to be derailed. The year 2025 is not about loud exits or drawn-out confrontations. It is about silence. A silence that speaks volumes, that declares, I value my energy, my growth, my destiny too much to remain tethered to what no longer serves me. You do not need to announce your departure from their lives. The ones who have drained you, doubted you, or dishonored your presence are not owed an explanation. Their chapter in your story has ended. Turning the page does not require permission, it requires courage. When you cut them off silently, you free yourself from the exhausting cycle of over-explaining, seeking closure, or mending what was never whole. You rise above the noise, choosing peace over chaos and alignment over attachment. Understand this: not everyone who started with you in the past is destined to journey with you into the future. Your life is an unfolding masterpiece, and some characters, though once significant, have played their part. Thank them silently for the lessons they brought, even if they were painful. Then, without hesitation, release them. For every ending is a new beginning. When you let go, you create space for those who truly honor your essence to step in. The power lies in your quiet resolve. Do not waste time arguing, begging, or explaining. Simply withdraw, recalibrate, and move forward. In your stillness, you will find strength. In your silence, you will find wisdom. Cut them off in 2025, not with anger, but with grace. Let them feel the absence of your light, the brilliance of your energy, and the beauty of a soul that chooses itself. And as you walk this new path, know that what is meant for you will never need to be forced. Your destiny awaits uninterrupted and unburdened. Your energy is the essence of who you are, an intricate blend of your thoughts, emotions, and spirit. It is the invisible force that propels you forward, shapes your reality, and determines the quality of your life. Yet, in a world filled with distractions, demands, and endless interactions, how often do you pause to recognize its value? How often do you assess who has access to this sacred reservoir within you? The truth is, not everyone deserves access to your energy. It is a treasure, and like any treasure, it must be guarded with intention and discernment. We often underestimate the impact of the people we allow into our inner world. Every conversation, interaction, or connection carries an energetic exchange, Some individuals bring light, inspiration, and harmony, leaving you uplifted and empowered. Others, however, drain you, sow seeds of doubt, or cloud your vision with negativity. These subtle yet significant exchanges shape your emotional and mental landscape, either nurturing your growth or stifling it. To protect your energy is not selfish, it is necessary. Imagine a garden. If you allow anyone to trample through it, uprooting flowers or planting weeds, the beauty of that space diminishes. The same principle applies to your mind and spirit. When you fail to set boundaries, you open the door for others to impose their chaos, insecurities, or toxicity onto you. Over time, this can leave you feeling depleted, disconnected from yourself, and unable to pour into the things and people that truly matter. Guarding your energy begins with awareness. Pay attention to how you feel after being around certain people. Do they inspire you or leave you questioning your worth? Do they contribute to your peace or disrupt it? Listen to these subtle signals, for they are your inner guidance system directing you toward what aligns with your higher self. Not everyone who seeks your time or attention deserves it, and that is okay. You are not obligated to meet every demand or fulfill every expectation, especially when it comes at the expense of your well-being. Discernment is key. Some connections are fleeting lessons, while others are enduring blessings. The wisdom lies in knowing the difference. Surround yourself with those who celebrate your growth, challenge you to be better, and honor the sacredness of your energy. These are the relationships that nurture your spirit and propel you toward your purpose. On the other hand, be unafraid to distance yourself from those who drain, criticize, or attempt to dim your light. Their presence in your life may serve as a lesson in boundaries and self-worth, but they are not meant to stay. Protecting your energy also requires discipline. It means saying no without guilt and prioritizing your peace above all else. It means creating spaces where you can recharge, reflect, and reconnect with yourself. This might involve solitude, meditation, or engaging in activities that fill your soul with joy and purpose. Whatever it looks like for you, make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Your energy is not infinite, it needs to be replenished. There is great power in reclaiming your energy and redirecting it toward what truly matters. When you no longer allow others to take from you without giving back, you free yourself to invest in your dreams, passions, and self-discovery. You create a life that is a reflection of your highest values and aspirations, untainted by the negativity or demands of others. The people who genuinely care about you will respect your boundaries and honor your need to protect your energy. They will understand that your well-being is not just important for you, but for the quality of your relationship with them. Conversely, those who resist or resent your boundaries reveal their true intentions. Let them go with grace, knowing that their departure is a step toward preserving your peace. Your energy is sacred. It is not something to be spent carelessly or given to those who do not value it. It is a treasure that fuels your growth, happiness, and purpose. Guard it fiercely and watch how your life transforms when you prioritize what truly aligns with your spirit. Silence is an underestimated force, often mistaken for weakness or avoidance. Yet in its stillness lies profound power, a power that speaks volumes without uttering a single word. When it comes to cutting ties with individuals or situations that no longer serve your growth, silence can be your greatest ally. It allows you to move forward with dignity, protecting your peace and avoiding the unnecessary drama that explanations often invite. Life is a continuous journey of evolution, and as you grow, not everyone will grow with you. Some relationships, though once meaningful, outlive their purpose. Others may reveal themselves to be detrimental, draining your energy or holding you back. The decision to sever such ties is rarely easy, but it is often necessary for your well-being and progress. The question then is not whether to walk away, but how. Silence provides an answer that is both empowering and graceful. When you choose silence, you assert control over your narrative. You resist the urge to justify, explain, or defend your choices to others. Explanations often lead to counter-arguments, guilt trips, or attempts to manipulate your decision. They open the door to conflict, prolonging what should be a clean break. By staying silent, you close that door firmly, leaving no room for misunderstandings or misinterpretations. Your actions speak for themselves, making your boundaries clear without the need for verbal reinforcement. Silence also protects your dignity. Explaining your reasons for cutting ties can feel like exposing your vulnerabilities to someone who may not value them. It places your inner thoughts and emotions on display, inviting scrutiny or judgment. Silence, on the other hand, keeps your intentions private, shielding your heart and mind from unnecessary exposure. It is an act of self-respect, a way of saying, I owe myself peace more than I owe you an explanation. Silence allows you to focus on what truly matters, your own growth and healing. When you cut ties without engaging in lengthy discussions or confrontations, you free up mental and emotional space. This space can be redirected toward nurturing yourself, pursuing your goals, and fostering relationships that align with your values. The absence of drama accelerates your journey toward clarity and fulfillment, unencumbered by the distractions of unnecessary conflict. For those on the receiving end, your silence speaks volumes. It communicates that your decision is final and that you are prioritizing your well-being. While they may not understand or agree with your choice, your silence leaves no room for negotiation. It is a statement of resolve, a quiet yet firm declaration that you are stepping away for your own good. Critics may view silence as avoidance, but in reality, it requires immense strength. It is far easier to give in to the urge to explain, to seek closure through conversation, or to soften the blow with words. Silence, however, demands discipline. It asks you to trust that your decision is valid, regardless of others' opinions or reactions. It requires you to stand firm in your truth, even when it is met with confusion or resistance. There will be moments when silence feels heavy, when the absence of words seems to amplify the weight of your decision. In those moments, remind yourself of its purpose. Silence is not about punishment or neglect, it is about self-preservation and empowerment. It is a way of protecting your peace and allowing both parties to move on without unnecessary entanglement. Silence is a gift you give yourself. It is an acknowledgement that your energy, time, and focus are too valuable to be spent on fruitless explanations or prolonged goodbyes. It is an act of courage, a way of embracing change with grace and intention. As you navigate the complexities of relationships, remember this: not every ending requires words. Some chapters are closed with quiet resolve, their lessons absorbed and their purpose fulfilled. In those moments, let silence be your guide. It is a profound expression of strength, a testament to your dignity, and a pathway to freedom. There is a unique and profound peace that emerges when you release those who no longer align with your purpose. It is not a peace born from conflict or bitterness, but from clarity and self-preservation. Letting go is not always an easy decision, but it is a necessary one when the relationships around you no longer support your growth or resonate with your inner truth. Their absence is not a loss, it is an opportunity to rediscover yourself and create space for what truly matters. In life, every person we encounter serves a purpose. Some teach us, others challenge us, and a few inspire us. Yet not everyone is meant to stay. As you evolve, your goals, values, and perspectives shift, and so does your capacity for certain relationships. What once felt harmonious may begin to feel restrictive or draining. The recognition of this misalignment is the first step toward creating peace through absence. When you remove someone who no longer aligns with your purpose, you reclaim your emotional energy. Relationships, even the healthiest ones, require investment. But when the investment outweighs the return, when a connection brings more conflict than joy or more stress than support, it becomes a burden. Letting go frees you from this imbalance, allowing you to direct your energy toward pursuits and relationships that nourish your soul. This absence is not about blame or judgment, it is about recognizing that paths can diverge without malice. It is an acknowledgement that holding on out of obligation, guilt, or fear only stifles growth for both you and the other person. By stepping away, you allow them the freedom to find their own path, just as you create space for yours to unfold. Peace often feels elusive in a world filled with noise, expectations, and constant interactions. Yet when you intentionally remove the sources of discord, you invite serenity into your life. Their absence becomes a blank canvas where you can paint a life rooted in alignment and authenticity. The time and energy once consumed by mismatched relationships can now be channeled into self-discovery, healing, and the pursuit of your passions. Growth thrives in the fertile ground of solitude and intentionality. The absence of those who no longer serve your purpose clears the way for new opportunities, insights, and connections. It is in this space of absence that you can hear your inner voice more clearly, unclouded by external influences. You begin to understand what truly matters to you and who you are becoming. Letting their absence create your peace is not an act of isolation, it is an act of prioritization. It does not mean you stop loving or caring for others. Instead, it means you are choosing to love yourself enough to protect your energy and focus on your journey. It is an act of self-compassion, an understanding that you deserve relationships and experiences that uplift and empower you. Their absence also teaches you resilience. It shows you that you are capable of standing strong, even when letting go feels difficult. It reminds you that peace is not something given by others, but something cultivated within yourself. As you navigate this process, you may feel moments of doubt or sadness, but these are temporary. What remains is the lasting calm of knowing you made the right choice for your well-being. In time, you may find that the space created by their absence attracts new connections and opportunities that align perfectly with your purpose. These are the relationships that inspire you, challenge you in meaningful ways, and support your growth. By letting go of what no longer fits, you make room for what is meant to be. The absence of those who no longer align with your purpose is not a void but a gift. It is a doorway to peace, a chance to breathe deeply and live authentically. It is the realization that your life is too precious to be filled with anything less than what serves your highest good. When you embrace this truth, you unlock the power to shape your reality, creating a life of harmony, growth, and serenity. The year 2025 stands as a pivotal moment, a call to action, a chance to break free from the chains of toxic patterns that have held you back for far too long. It is an invitation to reclaim your power, to step out of cycles of hurt, betrayal, and relationships that drain your energy and dim your light. This is not just about moving on, it's about choosing better for yourself, because you deserve more than the pain of repeating the same mistakes. Toxic patterns don't arise overnight. They are often the result of learned behaviors, unaddressed wounds, and unspoken fears. They manifest in relationships, habits, and thought processes that keep you stuck in a loop of disappointment and frustration. These patterns become so ingrained that they start to feel normal, even though they harm you. Recognizing them is the first step toward freedom. Detachment from these patterns is not an act of avoidance or indifference, it is an act of courage and self-love. It requires you to look deeply into your life and identify what no longer serves you. This might mean letting go of relationships that consistently bring pain, or stepping away from environments that stifle your growth. It might involve unlearning behaviors that perpetuate self-sabotage or confronting beliefs that make you settle for less than you deserve. It begins with awareness. You must be willing to see the patterns for what they are, without justification or denial. Ask yourself, why do I keep returning to situations that hurt me? What am I seeking in these cycles, and why do I believe I cannot find it elsewhere? Often the answers reveal a fear of change, a fear of loneliness, or a belief that you are unworthy of something better. These fears are illusions, powerful but untrue, and they lose their grip the moment you challenge them. Once you are aware, the next step is to take action. This is where the work becomes difficult but transformative. Ending toxic patterns means making choices that align with your higher self, even when those choices feel uncomfortable or unfamiliar. It might mean walking away from someone you care about because their presence consistently drains your spirit. It might mean setting firm boundaries and standing by them no matter how others react. It might mean seeking help to address the wounds that keep drawing you into harmful dynamics. Detachment is not about cutting people off impulsively or burning bridges in anger. It is about intentionally choosing what is best for your mental, emotional, and spiritual health. It is about creating space for relationships and experiences that uplift and nourish you. This process may feel lonely at times, but remember, solitude is not emptiness, it is an opportunity for self-discovery and healing. As you step into 2025, let it be a year of empowerment. Let it be the year you say enough to the cycles of hurt and betrayal. Choose to surround yourself with people who value you, who reciprocate your kindness, and who encourage your growth. Choose habits that bring you closer to your goals and environments that inspire creativity and joy. Every choice you make to detach from toxicity is a declaration that you believe in your worth. Breaking free from toxic patterns is not a one-time event, it is an ongoing journey. There will be moments when you are tempted to fall back into old ways, moments when the familiar feels safer than the unknown. In those moments, remind yourself of why you started. Remember the pain of staying in those cycles and the freedom you felt when you began to let go. Hold on to the vision of the life you are creating, a life of peace, purpose, and authenticity. The year 2025 is not just another year, it is a turning point. It is your chance to redefine what you allow into your life and what you walk away from. Detach from the toxic patterns that have weighed you down and step boldly into a future where you choose better for yourself. You have the power to create a life that reflects your true worth. Begin now, and don't look back. Life is a constant journey of growth, evolution, and self-discovery. Along this path, the relationships we nurture and the connections we hold shape who we are and influence the direction of our lives. In the pursuit of a meaningful and fulfilled existence, alignment must take precedence over attachment. This means prioritizing relationships that elevate you spiritually and emotionally, rather than clinging to those that keep you stagnant or diminish your light. Attachment often arises from a place of fear, the fear of losing someone, the fear of being alone, or the fear of change. It convinces you to hold on, even when the relationship no longer serves your highest good. It whispers that any connection is better than none, that the discomfort of staying is less daunting than the uncertainty of letting go. But this fear blinds you to a profound truth: not all attachments are beneficial, and not all relationships are meant to last. Alignment, on the other hand, is a conscious choice. It is the intentional act of seeking relationships that resonate with your values, aspirations, and inner peace. These are the connections that inspire you to grow, that challenge you in ways that are nurturing, and that support your journey toward becoming your best self. Relationships rooted in alignment feel expansive, they add to your life rather than deplete it. To prioritize alignment, you must first understand yourself. Who are you at your core? What do you value most deeply? What are your dreams, and what kind of energy do you wish to surround yourself with? When you have clarity about these things, you can better discern which relationships align with your essence and which ones do not. This self-awareness becomes a compass, guiding you toward connections that uplift and away from those that weigh you down. Choosing alignment over attachment often requires difficult decisions. You may find yourself facing the reality that some of the relationships you've cherished are no longer compatible with your growth. This is not a reflection of failure or inadequacy, but a natural part of life's evolution. People change, circumstances shift, and paths diverge. It takes courage to acknowledge when a relationship has run its course, and even more courage to let it go with grace. Letting go of stagnant relationships does not mean you stop caring for the people involved. It means recognizing that staying attached out of obligation or familiarity is unfair to both parties. It prevents you from pursuing relationships that truly nourish your soul and hinders the other person from finding connections that align with their path. Releasing such attachments is an act of love for yourself and for them. Aligned relationships, in contrast, are those that feel effortless yet meaningful. They are marked by mutual respect, understanding, and a shared desire to see each other thrive. These connections do not demand that you shrink yourself to fit into someone else's life. Instead, They celebrate your individuality while complementing your growth. Aligned relationships encourage vulnerability and authenticity, allowing you to be seen and accepted for who you truly are. When you prioritize alignment, you create space for new possibilities. You attract people who match your energy, who share your vision, and who contribute to your journey in profound and positive ways. This doesn't mean every aligned relationship is free of challenges, but the challenges within these connections are opportunities for growth rather than sources of pain. The transition from attachment to alignment is not always smooth. It may involve moments of solitude, reflection, and even grief as you release what no longer serves you. But in this space of release, you find freedom, the freedom to choose relationships that honor your worth and elevate your spirit. Life is too short to spend entangled in relationships that leave you feeling stagnant, drained, or unfulfilled. By prioritizing alignment over attachment, you honor the sacredness of your journey. You choose to surround yourself with people who inspire, uplift, and support you, creating a life that reflects your highest potential. In this space of alignment, you will find not only meaningful connections but also a deeper sense of peace and purpose. Life is a series of chapters, each marked by new experiences, lessons, and opportunities for growth. As you evolve, so too must the people and environments you allow into your space. This is not an act of dismissal but one of alignment. Not everyone from your past is meant to walk with you into your future, and that is a truth you must embrace without guilt. Letting go of relationships that no longer serve you is an act of self-love and a necessary step toward becoming the person you are destined to be. The connections we form are not always meant to last forever. Some people come into your life for a season, offering valuable lessons or companionship during a specific period. They play their role in your journey and help shape the person you are. But as your goals, values, and aspirations shift, it becomes clear that not all relationships can or should continue. This recognition is not an indictment of the past, it is an acknowledgement of growth. It is natural to feel guilt when contemplating the end of a relationship, especially if that connection once brought you joy or comfort. You may worry about the other person's feelings or fear being perceived as ungrateful or selfish. However, holding on to relationships out of guilt only creates resentment and stagnation. True gratitude for the past allows you to release it with love, recognizing that letting go benefits both parties. Clinging to relationships that no longer align with your path does a disservice to yourself and to the other person, who also deserves connections that resonate with their growth. Moving forward requires clarity and courage. Begin by assessing the relationships in your life. Ask yourself, do these connections uplift me, inspire me, and align with who I am becoming? Or do they hold me back, drain my energy, or keep me tethered to an outdated version of myself? This process is not about judging others, but about being honest with yourself. It is about recognizing what serves your highest good and what does not. Letting go does not have to be a dramatic or bitter experience. Sometimes relationships naturally fade as priorities shift and paths diverge. Other times it requires a conscious decision to step away, especially when the relationship becomes toxic or incompatible with your growth. In either case, it is essential to release with grace and compassion, honoring the role the person played in your life while acknowledging that their chapter in your story has come to an end. As you let go, remember that this is not about abandoning people or turning your back on them. It is about creating space for new connections that align with your current and future self. Your journey is constantly evolving, and the people who are meant to be part of it will resonate with your energy and vision. These new relationships will reflect the growth you have achieved and the person you are becoming. It is also important to understand that letting go does not erase the value of the past. The relationships you release have contributed to your story in meaningful ways. They have taught you lessons, provided support, and shaped your perspective. Carry these lessons with you as you move forward, but do not feel obligated to carry the people as well. Their role in your life was significant, but it does not mean it must continue indefinitely. Your new chapter requires new people because growth demands change. This is not a sign of failure or disloyalty, but of progress. Just as you outgrow certain habits, beliefs, or environments, you also outgrow relationships that no longer align with your purpose. Embracing this truth allows you to step into your future unburdened by the weight of outdated connections. Letting go is an act of trust in yourself, in your journey, and in the belief that what lies ahead is better than what you leave behind. It is an affirmation that you are worthy of relationships that reflect your growth, support your dreams, and inspire your best self. To release the past without guilt and open your heart to the possibilities that await in your future. This is your journey, your story, and your time to step into the next chapter with confidence and grace. In life, growth is inevitable, and with growth comes the need to make choices that honor your journey and your peace. Cutting ties silently, guarding your energy, prioritizing alignment over attachment, and releasing stagnant relationships are all acts of self-love and courage. These decisions are not acts of rejection, but affirmations of your worth and commitment to becoming the person you are meant to be. As you step into the new chapters of your life, remember that letting go is not about loss, but about making space for something greater: peace, purpose, and relationships that truly uplift you. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this reflection. May your path forward be filled with clarity, strength, and the fulfillment of your deepest aspirations. Beloved, within you lies the limitless potential to create a life filled with wealth, joy, and fulfillment. The secret is simpler than you think. It begins with 6 words that hold the power to transform your reality. Say it aloud and feel its truth. These words awaken your innate divinity. To receive abundance, you must first accept your worthiness. You are not a beggar in this universe, you are its co-creator. Speak these words as if they are the law of your being. Abundance does not exist in a far-off place or a distant future. It is here now. Claim it boldly in your imagination, and the physical world must conform. What you focus on expands. Stop magnifying lack or limitation, for they are illusions. Instead, choose to see every challenge as an opportunity, every delay as preparation for something greater. The moment you give thanks, you invite more reasons to be thankful. Gratitude unlocks the floodgates of abundance. Do not wait for evidence, feel gratitude now, as if your desires have already materialized. Your actions are the embodiment of your beliefs. Move through life as though you already have all you desire. Speak, dress, and act as the abundant being you are, and the world will mirror it back to you. Let go of the how and the when. Do not strive or struggle, instead surrender. Trust that the unseen forces of the universe are aligning everything for your highest good. These 6 words are not merely affirmations, they are commands. Speak them with conviction, feel their resonance within you, and act as if they are already true. In doing so, you align yourself with the infinite storehouse of abundance that is your birthright. The life you desire is not outside of you, it is within you, waiting to be expressed. You are the creator of your reality. Abundance is not something you chase, it is something you claim. Let these 6 words become the cornerstone of your being, and watch as the universe rushes to fulfill your declaration. These 5 simple words carry profound truth, yet they are often the hardest to accept. To declare your worthiness is not just an act of speaking, it is an act of transformation. It is a shift in consciousness from seeing yourself as separate, lacking, or undeserving to recognizing that you are a divine being inherently connected to the infinite source of abundance. This declaration is the key to unlocking the doors of prosperity, joy, and fulfillment that have always been waiting for you. So often people struggle with the belief that they are not enough. They carry wounds from the past, words unspoken, love withheld, opportunities missed. They mistakenly associate their worth with their external achievements, physical appearance, or the approval of others. But worthiness does not depend on any of these things. It is not something you earn, it is something you realize. It is a truth that has existed since the beginning of your existence. When you say you are affirming your right to participate fully in the abundance of life, you are declaring that you no longer subscribe to the limiting beliefs that have kept you small. You are stepping into a new identity, one that understands that receiving is as natural as giving. To feel deserving is to align yourself with the flow of the universe. Think of a river. It does not question whether it is worthy of reaching the ocean. It flows naturally, effortlessly, carrying within it the promise of its destination. Similarly, your worthiness is inherent. The only thing that blocks the flow of abundance is the belief that you are not enough. These beliefs are not truths but illusions, often inherited from societal conditioning, familial patterns, or personal experiences. When you embrace your worthiness, you allow yourself to receive not only material abundance but also love, joy, peace, and fulfillment. This does not make you selfish or greedy. On the contrary, it makes you a vessel through which blessings can flow. When you receive, you are empowered to give, and in giving, you create a cycle of abundance that benefits all. But declaring your worthiness is not merely an intellectual exercise, it must be felt. Close your eyes and imagine the life you desire. Picture yourself receiving it fully, without hesitation or guilt. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the excitement. This feeling is the evidence of your worthiness. It is the vibration that aligns you with the reality you seek to experience. It is also important to act as though you are worthy. Walk with confidence, speak with assurance, and take actions that reflect the truth of your worth. Surround yourself with people and environments that uplift you, and let go of anything that diminishes your sense of self. It is not just a statement, it is a way of being. It is the foundation upon which all abundance is built. When you truly believe it, you will find that the universe responds in kind, showering you with blessings far beyond what you could have imagined. You are worthy simply because you exist. It is already mine. These words hold a truth that transcends the limitations of the physical world. They are not mere affirmations, but a declaration of the fundamental nature of existence. The abundance you seek, the dreams you long for, and the fulfillment you crave do not exist somewhere outside of you waiting to be attained. They are already present within you, woven into the fabric of your being. To claim something as your present reality is to acknowledge that you and the object of your desire are not separate. This understanding begins with a shift in perception. Most people live as though their desires are far away, as if they are striving to reach a distant goal. This mindset creates a constant sense of lack, a gap between where they are and where they wish to be. But the truth is that there is no gap. The moment you desire something, it is born within you. Consider the nature of imagination. When you close your eyes and envision yourself living the life of your dreams, holding the wealth you desire, experiencing the love you long for, or enjoying perfect health, where is that vision? It is within you, alive and vibrant. That is the seed of your reality, already existing in the unseen realm. Your task is not to bring it into being, but to align with it, to claim it as your own with conviction and faith. The act of claiming abundance as your present reality requires a new way of thinking. You must release the old patterns of waiting, hoping, and doubting. Instead, you step into the feeling of having it now. Feel the joy of already possessing it. Feel the gratitude as if it has already been delivered. This feeling is the key. It bridges the unseen and the seen, the imagined and the manifested. When you say, "It is already mine," you are not lying to yourself or denying your current circumstances. You are acknowledging a higher truth, one that goes beyond appearances. The physical world is a reflection of your inner state. As you hold the conviction that abundance is already yours, the external world must rearrange itself to match that belief. But this is not a passive process. Claiming something as yours means embodying it. Walk, speak, and act as though you are already living in the reality you desire. This is not pretending, it is living in alignment with the truth of your inner vision. Your actions become the evidence of your faith, and your faith moves mountains. You'll understand that abundance is not something to be earned or achieved, it is your natural state. The universe is infinitely abundant, and you are a part of it. There is no separation between you and the source of all creation. When you claim that abundance is already yours, you are stepping into harmony with this eternal truth. Hold these words close to your heart. It is already mine. Let them become the foundation of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. When you truly believe this, your life will transform, and you will realize that abundance has always been yours. I see only possibilities. This statement is not just a perspective, it is a way of life, a mindset that transforms how you interact with the world. To see only possibilities is to choose hope over fear, expansion over limitation, and faith over doubt. It is an act of conscious creation, where you deliberately focus your attention on what can be, rather than what appears to stand in your way. Life is filled with challenges, but these challenges are not meant to defeat you. They are meant to reveal your strength, your creativity, and your capacity to grow. When you see obstacles as insurmountable, you give them power over you. You place yourself in a position of helplessness, feeling as though life is happening to you rather than through you. But the moment you shift your focus from obstacles to possibilities, everything changes. What once seemed like a barrier becomes a doorway, inviting you to step into a greater version of yourself. Possibilities exist everywhere, even in the darkest moments. The human mind has a remarkable ability to create meaning and solutions when it is aligned with the right focus. Consider the countless stories of individuals who turned adversity into opportunity, a failed business sparking a revolutionary idea, a heartbreak leading to a profound self-discovery, or a setback becoming the foundation for a breakthrough. These are not rare exceptions, they are the natural outcomes of a mind that sees possibilities. When you choose to focus on possibilities, you align yourself with the energy of abundance. Abundance is not just about material wealth, it is a state of being where you recognize that life is constantly offering you opportunities to grow, create, and thrive. This shift in focus is like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly you see pathways and resources that were always there but hidden from view by fear and doubt. Seeing possibilities requires cultivating awareness. Start by paying attention to your thoughts. Are they filled with worry, self-criticism, and doubt? Or do they reflect hope, curiosity, and creativity? Your thoughts are the seeds of your reality. If you find yourself focusing on obstacles, gently redirect your mind. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What opportunity is hidden within this challenge? How can this situation serve me? These questions open the door to new perspectives and solutions. It also helps to surround yourself with people and environments that encourage possibility thinking. Spend time with those who uplift you, who see the best in you, and who inspire you to dream bigger. Engage in activities that stimulate your creativity, whether it's reading, brainstorming, or simply spending time in nature. Above all, practice gratitude. When you are thankful for what you have, you train your mind to see more of what is good, more of what is working, and more of what is possible. Gratitude is the foundation of abundance, and it opens your eyes to the infinite opportunities around you. To see only possibilities is to declare that you are a creator, not a victim. It is to affirm that no matter what life presents, you have the power to shape your reality. As you embrace this mindset, abundance will flow effortlessly, for you will have aligned yourself with the truth that life is, at its core, a field of endless possibilities. Gratitude is the secret to a life overflowing with abundance. When you cultivate a thankful heart, you align yourself with the frequency of wealth, joy, and fulfillment. Gratitude is not merely a polite gesture or fleeting emotion, it is a powerful force that shapes your reality. The simple act of giving thanks, even in the smallest moments, creates a ripple effect that multiplies the good in your life. Wealth in its truest sense is not confined to material possessions or financial gain. It is a state of richness in every area of life, relationships, health, opportunities, and peace of mind. When you are grateful, you are acknowledging the abundance that already exists around you. This recognition shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is present. And where your focus goes, energy flows. By appreciating the blessings you already have, you create a magnet for more blessings to enter your life. Think of gratitude as planting seeds. Each time you express thanks, you are planting a seed of abundance. These seeds, nurtured by your appreciation, grow into a flourishing garden of wealth. The more you water them with consistent gratitude, the more they multiply. This is a universal principle that operates without fail. The energy you emit through gratitude is returned to you in kind, often in ways that exceed your expectations. One of the most profound effects of gratitude is the way it transforms your mindset. Instead of dwelling on scarcity or limitation, a grateful heart sees opportunities, solutions, and possibilities. This mental shift not only uplifts your spirit but also changes the way you interact with the world. When you radiate gratitude, you attract people, circumstances, and ideas that resonate with that energy. Others are drawn to the lightness and positivity of a thankful heart, and this can open doors you never imagined. Gratitude also builds a foundation of trust and faith. It affirms your belief that life is abundant and that you are supported in every way. Even in challenging times, gratitude allows you to see the silver lining. It reminds you that every experience carries a lesson or a blessing. This perspective is invaluable as it keeps you centered and hopeful, regardless of external circumstances. To harness the multiplying power of gratitude, start with what you have right now. Take a moment to acknowledge the simplest blessings: a roof over your head, a meal to enjoy, the beauty of nature, or the support of a loved one. Write these down, say them aloud, or meditate on them. The act of focusing on these gifts expands your awareness of how much you truly have, and this awareness creates room for even more to flow into your life. Gratitude is not passive, it is active. It asks you to give thanks not only for what you already see, but also for what is on its way. When you express gratitude for future blessings as though they are already here, you accelerate their arrival. This act of faith is a declaration to the universe that you trust in its abundance. A thankful heart is a wealthy heart. The more you give thanks, the more you realize how much there is to be thankful for. Gratitude multiplies wealth, not because it changes the external world, but because it changes you. It opens your eyes to the richness that surrounds you and invites even greater abundance to flow into your life effortlessly. To act as abundance is to embody the truth that you are already prosperous, regardless of external circumstances. This is not about pretending or putting on a facade, but about stepping into the feeling and mindset of wealth, fulfillment, and sufficiency. Your actions, when rooted in this state, create your reality. They align your inner world with the abundance you wish to experience outwardly. The way you move through life speaks volumes about your beliefs. If you act from a place of scarcity, fear, or limitation, you reinforce those conditions in your reality. But when you act as though you are already abundant, when you make decisions and take steps with confidence, generosity, and joy, you send a powerful signal to the universe. You declare, "I am ready to receive more because I already recognize and live in my abundance." Acting as abundance begins with a shift in perception. It requires you to let go of the belief that wealth is something external to be chased or earned. Instead, you embrace the understanding that abundance is a state of being, a vibration you carry within yourself. By embodying this state, you naturally attract circumstances, opportunities, and resources that reflect it. One of the most transformative ways to act as abundance is through generosity. When you give freely, whether it is your time, money, or energy, you affirm that you have more than enough. This act of giving signals to both your subconscious mind and the universe that you trust in the endless flow of resources. And as you give, you open yourself to receiving, often in ways that surpass your expectations. Your daily habits and choices are another way to embody abundance. Start by observing how you speak and think about wealth. Do your words reflect scarcity, or do they express gratitude and confidence? Speak as though you are already living your dream life. Dress, eat, and carry yourself in a way that aligns with the abundant version of yourself. This does not mean spending beyond your means, it means cultivating an energy of care and self-worth that mirrors the life you wish to create. Acting as abundance also involves cultivating a mindset of trust and faith. Trust that the resources, opportunities, and connections you need will come to you at the right time. Faith does not mean passivity, it means taking inspired action while believing in a favorable outcome. Each step you take in alignment with your vision reinforces your belief in its manifestation. In challenges or moments of doubt, remind yourself that abundance is not defined by temporary conditions. It is a deeper truth, rooted in your ability to create, to adapt, and to grow. Even in times of perceived lack, you have the power to act as abundance by focusing on what you do have and making the most of it. Acting as abundance is about living in alignment with your highest self. It is about embodying the energy of prosperity, joy, and gratitude in everything you do. When you act from this place, your reality cannot help but transform to match the abundant life you already claim as yours. To let go and trust is to step into the flow of life with confidence and peace. It is the act of releasing the need to control every detail of your journey and surrendering to the divine timing of the universe. This is not a sign of weakness or passivity, but a powerful declaration of faith in the infinite intelligence that governs all creation. Letting go and trusting is the key to aligning yourself with the abundance that is already yours. Holding on tightly, whether to specific outcomes, timelines, or methods, creates resistance. It stems from a belief in lack, a fear that if you do not orchestrate every detail, things will fall apart. But true abundance cannot be forced. It flows effortlessly when you align your energy with it. Letting go means releasing this resistance, allowing the natural unfolding of events, and trusting that the universe is always working in your favor. Trust is a choice, one that you make moment by moment. It begins with the recognition that you are not separate from the source of abundance. You are a part of it, a co-creator in its expression. When you trust, you affirm that the universe knows what is best for you and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even if it doesn't appear that way in the moment. Letting go also involves releasing attachments not just to material desires but to the fear and doubt that accompany them. When you cling to a specific outcome, you narrow the possibilities of what can come into your life. You might overlook greater blessings because you are fixated on something smaller. By letting go, you open yourself to receiving abundance in forms you may not have imagined, forms that often exceed your expectations. Trusting in divine timing requires patience and surrender. It asks you to quiet the restless mind that demands immediate results. Instead of obsessing over when and how your desires will manifest, focus on being present. Trust that what you seek is already on its way, and your role is to prepare yourself to receive it. This preparation is not about doing more, it is about being aligned with gratitude, peace, and the assurance of your worthiness. Meditation and mindfulness are powerful tools to cultivate this trust. Spend time each day connecting with your inner self, tuning out the noise of doubt and fear. In this stillness, remind yourself that the same force that moves the stars and grows the trees is guiding your life. Trust in its wisdom. Letting go and trusting does not mean abandoning action. It means taking inspired action while releasing the need to control the outcome. Do what feels aligned and purposeful. Then step back with the confidence that your efforts will bear fruit. When you let go and trust, you move from a place of anxiety to one of peace. You stop pushing and chasing and start allowing. In this space, abundance flows effortlessly, for you have aligned yourself with the rhythm of life. You have stepped into the truth that everything you desire is already on its way, waiting for you to welcome it with open hands and an open heart. In the journey toward abundance, the most powerful transformations begin within. Each step declaring your worthiness, claiming abundance as already yours, focusing on possibilities, cultivating gratitude, embodying abundance, and letting go with trust brings you closer to aligning with the infinite wealth that is your birthright. Abundance is not something you chase or hope for, it is a state of being that flows naturally when you recognize and embody its presence in your life. The universe responds to your energy, your beliefs, and your actions. When you step into the truth of abundance, live as though it is already yours, and release control to divine timing, you create a reality that mirrors your highest aspirations. Every thought, feeling, and choice matters. By choosing abundance, you welcome it into every corner of your existence. Thank you for allowing these words to inspire your journey. May you walk forward with confidence, peace, and the knowing that abundance is not just possible, it is inevitable.